Everyone's talking about how to get rich, but almost no one is talking about what's quietly keeping you broke. It's not just bad luck. It's not always a low income, and it's definitely not because you're not trying hard enough. The truth is, wealth isn't just built by what you do, it's also destroyed by what you keep doing wrong. And here's the crazy part. A lot of people are sabotaging their financial future without even realizing it. They're doing things that feel normal, safe, even smart, but those same habits are costing them decades of progress. This video isn't about making more money, it's about what to stop doing so the money you make actually turns into freedom. Because I've seen it over and over. Two people with the same income, one ends up wealthy, the other stays stuck. Why? Because one made these 7 mistakes, and the other didn't. So if you're serious about building real wealth, not just looking rich on Instagram, this is for you. Drop the ego, take notes. Let's fix the leaks in your financial life before they sink the whole ship. You get a raise, you upgrade your phone, start eating out more, book that nicer vacation, move to a better apartment. Feels like progress, right? Wrong. That's lifestyle creep, and it's one of the most silent wealth killers out there. Here's how it works. As your income rises, so does your spending, and usually even faster. What starts as a small treat turns into a new normal. Soon, the things that used to feel luxurious now feel necessary, and your bank account? Still struggling. You're earning more, but saving the same, or less. It's like pouring water into a leaking bucket. You feel busy, you feel productive, but nothing's actually being stored. And here's the kicker. You're not doing anything wrong in the traditional sense. You're not blowing money in clubs or buying gold chains. You're just spending like everyone else around you. But here's what rich people know. Wealth doesn't come from income. It comes from margin. And margin comes from restraint. From keeping your cost of living low even when your income grows. Want to know how people hit millionaire status in their 30s? They lived like they were broke, long after they weren't. They kept driving the old car. They didn't upgrade apartments every year. They stacked cash, invested, and gave their money time to grow. Not because they're cheap, but because they're focused. Compare that to someone who earns more every year, but never builds a cushion. No investments, no savings, just higher rent, more Amazon packages, and debt that grows quietly in the background. That person might look rich, but they're actually stuck. If you want real freedom, start treating income growth like fuel, not an excuse to splurge. Lock in your lifestyle, let your money build power. And remember, looking rich is easy. Staying rich takes discipline. Don't let lifestyle creep rob your future to impress people who aren't paying your bills. This might be the most dangerous mindset in the modern economy. If I just work more hours, I'll get rich. That's how most people think. And that's exactly why most people stay broke. Because trading time for money is a trap if it's your only move. Here's the hard truth. Every job, no matter how high paying, has a limit. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can hustle harder, but you can't hustle forever. And if your income depends entirely on you clocking in, then the moment you stop working, the money stops too. That's not freedom. That's a treadmill, and it's exhausting. Wealthy people think differently. They ask, how can I get paid even when I'm not working? That's the key to wealth. Leverage. They build systems. They own assets. They create products, content, or value that can be duplicated without duplicating effort. For example, YouTube videos that earn ad revenue for years, online courses or ebooks that sell 24/7 rental properties, bringing monthly income, dividend stocks, paying out quarterly apps, templates, or software tools people use again and again. These income streams aren't magic. They're built through intentional effort once. That pays over and over. And no, this doesn't mean you quit your job tomorrow. It means you stop thinking like a worker and start thinking like an owner. Your 9-to-5 should fund your future, not be the ceiling of your life. So instead of asking, how can I make more per hour? Start asking, how can I escape the hour altogether? Because time is limited, but value isn't. And once your money starts making money, that's when the game changes. That's when you stop surviving and start scaling. So if you want to be rich, Stop asking how to work more, and start learning how to multiply your effort through assets. That's where freedom lives. If you're not investing, you're falling behind. There's no way around it. Saving alone won't make you rich, because money sitting in a bank account loses power every single year. Thanks to inflation, that safe savings loses real value slowly and silently. And yet, millions of people still say things like, "I don't understand the stock market. Real estate is too risky. I'll start when I make more money. What if I lose it all?" But here's the truth. Waiting costs more than losing. Because time is your secret weapon, and if you waste it, you lose your greatest advantage. Let's break it down. You invest 200 months starting at 25. By age 60 with just 8% average returns, that's over $550,000. But wait until 35? That number drops to around $240,000. Same amount invested, way less reward. Why? Because time is what multiplies your money. Rich people know this. They don't wait until they feel ready. They learn while doing. They start with index funds, low-risk ETFs, or real estate syndicates. They build knowledge along the way, not before the journey. And no, you don't need $10,000 to start. Today, you can begin with $550 or $500. There are more platforms, tools, and resources than ever before. But here's the real shift. You don't invest when you're rich. You invest to get rich. Stop thinking of investing as a gamble. Start seeing it as buying your future freedom. You can work hard your whole life and still retire broke if your money never learns how to grow without you. Investing is how you buy time. It's how you protect your energy, create passive income, and break the cycle of working forever. So if you've been putting it off, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start small. Start now. Start badly if you have to. Just don't ignore it. Because time is either growing your money or costing you everything. Want to know one of the biggest reasons people stay broke? They spend their time around people who think small. And no, this isn't about being better than anyone. It's about energy, belief, vision. If your circle complains about money but never takes responsibility, avoids anything that feels uncomfortable or risky, believes success is luck, not effort, scoffs at your dreams or calls them too much, spends hours gossiping but not 1 hour learning. You're not just surrounded by people, you're surrounded by limits. And limits rub off. You start shrinking your goals to fit their comfort zone. You filter your ambitions so you don't make them feel bad. You stop aiming high because no one around you is aiming at all. You become a mirror of their mindset, and that mindset keeps you broke. Rich people don't tolerate that. They're obsessed with growth, and they build environments that reflect it. They look for mentors who challenge their thinking. They spend time in rooms where they feel uncomfortable, because that's where expansion happens. They understand, environment is louder than willpower. So if you're constantly surrounded by people who stay stuck but defend it, mock ambition, think in scarcity, see wealth as greedy, eventually you start believing it too. That's why proximity is power. Even one conversation with someone 10 steps ahead of you can ignite something in your brain that changes your entire direction. So if your environment isn't inspiring you, it's costing you. It might feel safe, but safe can also mean stuck. Audit your circle ruthlessly. Ask, who's building, who's growing, who's normalizing wealth, discipline, and ownership? And if the answer is no one, then it's time to upgrade your circle before you upgrade your car. Your environment isn't neutral. It's either pulling you forward or holding you back. So protect it, curate it, elevate it, because wealth is contagious too. If you want more, get around people who already believe it's possible. If you avoid risk at all costs, you're also avoiding wealth, because safety doesn't build empires, it builds cages. Let's be honest, most people were trained to play it safe. Get a secure job, avoid debt, save a little, never rock the boat. And guess what? That mindset might keep you afloat, but it will never set you free. Because real wealth requires calculated risk. It's not about being reckless. It's about being willing to step into uncertainty with strategy and self-belief. Starting a business, making your first investment, quitting a draining job to build something better, even asking for a raise or launching a side hustle. All of it carries risk. But the biggest risk? Doing nothing. The people who build wealth aren't the ones who always get it right. They're the ones who take shots, fail, learn, and take smarter shots next time. They use fear as fuel, not a full stop. If you're always playing it safe, you're not protecting yourself. You're just postponing progress. So ask yourself, am I being smart or just scared? Because you can stay comfortable, or you can grow, but you can't do both. Rich requires courage, and if you don't bet on you, no one else will. Let me put it bluntly, you can't grow what you don't track. If you don't know exactly how much you earn, how much you spend, where your money is leaking, then you're not in control. Your habits are, and that's why so many people stay stuck. They work hard, they stress about money, but they never actually look at it. It's like driving a car with no dashboard and wondering why you always run out of gas. Let me be clear. Rich people know their numbers, down to the dollar. They know their net worth. They track their income sources. They check their investments. They review their spending patterns, not once a year, but often. Because clarity creates power, and power builds wealth. Meanwhile, most people avoid it. I don't want to know. It'll stress me out. I'm just not good with money. It'll work itself out. But here's the truth. Avoidance is more expensive than mistakes. If you never look at your money, you'll never respect it. And if you don't respect it, it won't stay. So if you want to be rich, start here. Track every dollar. Create a simple system. Check your financial pulse weekly and not just when things feel tight. Because what gets measured, gets mastered. This one's sneaky, but it might be the most powerful of them all. If you believe money is evil, you'll always sabotage your chance to build it. Think about it. If deep down you think, rich people are greedy, wealth corrupts, money changes people for the worse, then why would your subconscious ever let you become one of them? You'll self-sabotage, you'll downplay your potential, you'll reject opportunities, stay underpaid or undercharge, all in the name of being good. But here's the truth. Money doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you already are. If you're kind, money lets you give more. If you're driven, money gives you room to build more. If you're creative, money funds your vision. Money is a tool, that's it. And like any tool, it depends on the hands that hold it. So stop thinking you have to choose between being a good person and building wealth. You can be generous and rich, grateful and rich, humble and rich. And when you drop the guilt around money, you unlock your power to actually build it. Here's the truth most people avoid. Wealth isn't just about what you do, it's about what you stop doing. So let's recap the 7 habits silently keeping people broke. Lifestyle creep, spending more as you earn more, trading time for money forever, never building leverage, ignoring investments, letting money lose value, hanging around small thinkers, letting your circle shrink your vision, always playing it safe, mistaking fear for wisdom, not tracking money, operating blind, thinking money is evil, rejecting wealth at a subconscious level. If even one of these hit home, that's your starting point. Don't let this be another video you just liked and forgot. Take inventory, take action, because nothing changes unless you do. Remember, the difference between rich and broke isn't just opportunity, it's mindset. And the fastest way to get rich is to stop doing what keeps you poor. Drop a comment below. Which of the 7 habits are you cutting out first? Like this video if it gave you a wake-up call. Subscribe for weekly content on money, mindset, and mastering your future.